Already people here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I've got to lay my guitar down just for a moment. There's something I forgot to bring in this room with me. Just, I'll be away from here for about 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I want to go in the other room.
The coffee's cold, the light is low. I watch the raindrops start to flow. trace the glass like they trace my mind, back to a love I left behind. Your coat still hangs behind the door. It doesn't fit this life no more. But I can't bring myself to take it down. Not when your ghost still walks this town. When the rain reminds me of your face, of all the warmth I can't replace. You said forever, then slipped away. But I still hear your voice when the skies turn gray, and the night just plays our song again.
Someone wanted me to tell them the name of these songs. This one is When the Rain Reminds Me. I've never played it before,
Streetlight flickers in the
so it's new to me as well as to you, unless you've heard it
like the
before.
night we danced and shared that kiss. I swore I'd hold you through the storm, but silence came and made you go. The table set for
That's the first time I've ever heard it. It just happened to be the next song in line. Let me see who's that by. That was SJJE Radio. That was, it don't have, well, no, it's a ballad. It says it's a Lagoo, Lagu, blues rock ballad. Well, I like to try new stuff once in a while and just see if I like it, and that's what I like. So some of it, if I don't like it, I'll just go to something else. I've got about 500 songs sang here. I'm just trying to give us all something new. Some people like something new, and I like the song too, Eclipsed. Okay, now let's see. Here's one. It says Crashed on Whiskey Wings, Southern Soul Blues. Let me try that. It's a ballad of addiction. So far it sounds good. I like blues music though.
I flew too high on cheap whiskey wings.
If you drink, you can relate to that.
King, till the ground rushed in. You were the man I never saw. Now I'm free, falling through the floors. Rehab's got a choir. It don't sound like you. at the farmer's stand. Your man's hand fit perfect in your hand. I hid behind the courthouse gate. Let the crow laugh at my hollow sky. So I call till these days dissolve. Pray the next answer can resolve. But if you hear me crash tonight, know I tried
That's a song I could take or leave. I didn't care for it too much. Now this song here, they said it was put on 7 hours ago, so this is fake. This is a new song. This one here, it was put on. Well, no, it didn't go to that one. No, this is the one. It's called "I Knew You'd Ruin Me." I knew you would ruin me. That's the title of it, and it's DeAndre Blue. I don't think that's his real name. But I knew you'd ruin me, and I'll let you. This is the name of it. Let me just, instead of, I didn't care too much about that last song. I was looking at the words as I was playing it, and I don't know, it just didn't. They had a few lines in there that just sounded a little like it really didn't. It was language that somebody wouldn't normally speak. He said something about, I thought, the crow speaking to the sky. And let me see what this next song. It's only been on here 7 hours. Let's see. It sounds good. It's got a good start. Now this is new. I've never played it before. I'm just trying to get us some new stuff that we haven't heard before. So far, the music part's good.
You walked in wearing trouble like it was your favorite coat. Smile like a blade, sweet enough to slit my throat. I saw the storm behind your eyes, lightning in your touch. But damn if I didn't lean in just to feel too much. You said love ain't zero, and I said I know. But I in a hollow frame. Yes, some hearts are born to play the losing game. Your name's a bruise, I keep pressing at night. A bad habit my hands just can't fight. Should've run when you whispered stay, but I signed my name on the dotted line. I knew you and me, and I let you. Knew the wreck was coming, but I let you. Now the road spins, the truth cuts deep, and I'm still bleeding out the love you didn't keep. Now the jukebox plays our song on loop. Some sick bastards humming along in the booth. I'll live till I taste the salt on my cheek. Turns out ashes don't just blow away. Maybe I'm a fool, maybe I'm weak, maybe I love the way destruction tastes. But the next time you see me, walk the other way, 'cause God knows I'd let you ruin me again.
You know what? I liked that song. Okay, I'm downloading it. Let's see what this next one's going to be. Okay, the name of this one is Loneliness and Lost Regret.
She asked me to stay this woman. Said the rain made her feel alone. But I had pride and right with her. She stood there in the dark with a sky cracked open.
Okay. Everything I'm giving you right now, since I started this broadcast, if you look on my YouTube channel, all the nights I've come on, I have not played any of this. This is the first time you're getting it first hearing, and I'm getting it first hearing. If you notice while I'm playing, I've slowed down a little bit. I'm dragging a little bit behind each one I'm playing because since it's new, I got to hear where it's going before I'll know where to go on the fingerboard here. So that's why I'm letting it get a little ahead of me before I do my reaction to it. So uh, it's all new to me too here tonight. But I do plan on going and playing some old favorites like Tennessee Whiskey and different ones, that I play night after night. But I'm just wanting to try to, the stuff that I like, I'm downloading. This is titled The Unbearable Ache of What Could Have Been. The Unbearable Ache of What Could Have Been. The channel is Whispering Soul Blues. All others technology.
We met too soon, too fast. Your eyes lit up my path. Hands touched but didn't hold. Love winds too cold. We whispered like borrowed clothes. Watch forever turn to snow. I wrote your name in it. You faded with every flag. Searched through yesterday's sky. Stars don't answer why. Our future died unborn.
I guess I could download it. It was alright, I guess. Now let's see what this next one is. Like
You tasting that whiskey
Brazil, alright.
backstage light.
Stefano, William Stefano.
Every kiss was a fuse in the night.
But I'm trying stuff I've never played before tonight, for a little while anyway, before I play some other stuff. But I thought I'd experiment, try to find some new stuff to download.
I saw you once through the window pane, on his arm like a summer rain.
Nah, it kind of reminds me of Bing Crosby. See what this sounds like.
I said to chill.
No.
You came home smelling different.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a break just for a moment. Let me give you just a few oldies that I normally play. One of them is "Don't Whisper," and that's by Shamika Copeland. I was playing on Decatur in New Orleans one night, and after I played this song, a whole band that was playing about 50 feet away from me behind glass. They had just gotten off. I think it was around 10 o'clock at night, and one of the people that played in the band came over and he said, "Man, what was the name of that song you was playing?" So they was able to hear me from within out there on the street playing because he liked this song so much. It's called "Don't Whisper" by Shamika Copeland. Well, I clicked on it. I don't know why it's not coming up. And since I promised it to you, if I have to, oh, here it is. Here it is, folks. Don't whisper if you love me. She's well known in blues circles.
We've been lovers for some time. Since that night we said you were mine. But there's something that's in the sense. Why haven't I met your crazy head? I'm confused. It's a mystery. I feel like
I just thought of something. Right before I came on tonight, I was experimenting with new songs, and I know some of you like saxophone music, and I came across some I downloaded. Kenny G. If you like sax, you know about Kenny G. Um, Let me see here. Downloads. Okay, let me see here. Here's a Kenny G song I found. It's called Going Home. Kenny G in Vietnam. Now, I didn't know Kenny G, who's been on every stage that any saxophone player that's ever become famous could ever hope to be on. I didn't know he was from Vietnam. I mean, he's a white guy and he's got long, hippie, curly hair. I mean, he just don't picture. When I think of Vietnam, I think of little short people that was able to get in those tunnels during the Vietnam War. But apparently that's his home, and the title of this song is "Going Home," and it's got a lot of sax in it. Okay, Kenny G, don't make a liar out of me here. Why aren't you playing yet? I see the line going across. All this not advertisement, but he's going home. Okay, that's on the screen. Okay, I can hear it. If my mom was alive, she would love this song. She bought Kenny G's CD and played it in the car. like saxophone jazz, and I really grew up hating jazz. I'll be honest with you, but in the last couple of years, I started loving it. I guess my favorite music will always be blues. But I try to play a little bit of everything. And but in the last few months, I got interested in jazz music, so I started playing a lot of jazz when I'm not live, because I don't want to go online and make a fool out of myself. And so I try to practice it before I ever do too much of it online. But I started liking jazz music. I used to think that jazz music was picking up any instrument and just doing anything, and they'd call it jazz. And I realized that there are some jazz on piano, some play jazz on horn, some play it on guitar, and just some of it sounds that way. But in the last few years, it's gotten more constructive, and it's I see it takes. There's a lot to jazz that I never dreamed of before. The more I got to looking into it, now I feel ashamed of myself for ever hating it. I just thought it was sounds that never went anywhere. But if you like relaxing music, real relaxing music, uh, let me give you an example. I came across something that when I heard it, I knew that the only place you would ever hear music like this would be in one of the most highest class nightclubs where the wealthiest of the wealthiest go. Well, the wealthiest people, like in that live in a place like what do you call it, Beverly Hills in California, where they go to their own private restaurants, and you have to have what's I can't think of it. What do you call that? It's not an invitation. It's what is that called when it's you got to have an appointment to go there to eat. I went to a place like that in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, where they give you this little light, and there's such a long line, and you got to wait outside, and it's only when that light lights up in your hand, you know that they got you a table to go inside. It was called a Chop House, and that was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's one of these places where when they serve the table, they bring you a loaf of bread, and it's been handmade, and it's piping hot. It's fresh, just like you went to a bakery, and it just came out of a brick oven. I mean, it was a high class place. And when I heard this type of music earlier, I'm trying to find it right now, I got to thinking, this is the type of music that you would probably hear in a real high class nightclub, maybe in Chicago. Let me see. I think it was. Oh, I hope I saved it on this phone. I might have saved it on the other one, but I'll know here in just a moment. Um, let's see. I think I got it before. Okay. This is it right here. I think this is it. If it's not, I'll cut it off. But it's called Jazz and Soul Mixed. It says a warm sax uh, and chill grooves. And you know, when you go to a high class place that costs a lot of money, those are places that don't like, uh, those are places that don't like real loud rock music. They definitely don't take metal. They don't want punk music. Uh, and they might not want pure blues music. These high class nightclubs usually have like an orchestra type band, and everybody's got to dress up in a suit. You don't go in there dressed in jeans and stuff, because they want to impress people that walk in with 10-carat diamond rings that cost more than any home that you and me will ever own. This is the kind of music where you might, what I'm about to play, that you might hear in one of those places. Picture everybody's hearing this as they walk in. Waitresses carrying martinis all around. People dressed up in tuxedos. This is the kind of music you hear in those places. And this, they say here, this is jazz mixed with a little soul. And And I love music like this now. And I thought I'd like to be able to play with this kind of music. So I started practicing. Now you see, this is the kind of music I'd like to lay back in a hammock and just listen. Or if I was in a restaurant eating, I might want to hear something like this real low in the background. Oh, this is 3 hours long, but I'll play a little bit more. They go from song to song, but this is the kind of music. If you walked into the highest class of places, if you mention Jimi Hendrix or some country star or some rock and roll star, they look at you like, we don't have that here. We got laid back jazz, and we only hire the best. And it's to make you feel relaxed as you imbibe your alcohol or whatever, or your wine, and while you eat your elegant meal that's going to cost you almost $1,000 a plate. Oh yeah, now this is that type of music that you will hear in places like that. You're not going to hear anything that you get up there and swing around and all this. It's not going to be no jitterbug, no country, nothing like that. And my dad used to play the clarinet on the radio. And he listened to Lawrence Welkin music like this all his life on a shortwave radio when he couldn't get it on TV. And I hated it. Oh, I'd be in the other room and I'd think, Dad, what do you get out of that? There's no swing or groove hardly. But as I've gotten older, there's times I want just to be relaxed. I want just easy going, smooth. You know, I just want something calming. And don't get me wrong, I don't like the other type of music any less. But I'm crazy about jazz now. Just a couple weeks ago, I thought, suppose you get somewhere and they want you to play along with jazz. So I'm trying to pick out the best jazz I can find. High class jazz that you'd hear at uptown places. Now, you're not going to hear this kind of jazz hardly in Larry's Lounge, where drunks are falling off the stool and all that. No. This is a type of jazz. Everything around you costs, the establishment itself would cost $3 or $4 million to build. I mean, there's restaurants like that in Beverly Hills and stuff. And so I got to thinking, suppose just by chance you're ever offered to go play with some jazz people. You'd want to be able to play with along with music like this. And if you're in a country section, I do try to play some country too. I try to play a little bit of everything, but I'm just trying to stress to you, I used to hate this type of music, but now I like it. So let me just play a little bit more with it, and then we'll go to other stuff, okay? Okay, here's a new jazz song. Let me just enjoy it just a little more. Please enjoy it with me just a little bit, and we'll go back to other. I've never played this before here, never. So you're looking at somebody who's kind of learning it as I go along. is something I hope to really get into more and learn as much. I remember I only paid for 3 guitar lessons in my life, and I think I was about 15 years old. And the guy was a jazz player that played in Hollywood behind movie sets, and he was a jazz player. And he came out, and he was a little overweight, he was diabetic, and he was losing his hair. And and at the time, I was a young kid. I was wanting to play Jimi Hendrix and all that. And when he sat next to me, he put 2 Bay books in front of me. One was to be able to read notes and pick, and one was able to learn all the different chords, majors, minors, sevenths, and all that. And he had me playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I didn't want to do that. And I remember the first meeting with this guy. I was somebody with long hair coming in, a hippie that could really. This guy, look, I had no idea what I was in for. And then when I came back, I went to the rock group down the street, and they already knew about this guy. He took that guitar and boy, he told the news on that neck. He's a good example. Don't never judge a book by its cover, because some person might look a little uncouth and hunky dory, and they might be one of the best players you've ever heard in your life. And that's with this guy. Boy, did he impress me. But after taking about 3 lessons from him, I seen he was going to keep me in those books, and I didn't want that. So that was it. When I was in the 10th grade, we had a lady come along. She brought some guitars because I played the clarinet most of my life in school. And she brought some guitars and taught us how to play Puff the Magic Dragon. But anyway, as time went on, I really probably liked the blues better. But in the last few years, I thought, you don't want to be a guitar player that just almost every person, whether they are a piano player, a guitar player, a horn player, or what, no matter what instrument they play, usually they go into one genre of music. A country and western star, you'll probably never hear them play jazz or blues. A blues player, you're not going to hear him play any type of honky tonk country music. Um, You're not going to hear them play old rock and roll. I played an old song last night, Run Around Sue, and that's what the people in Germany, when they teach their teenagers how to do the old jitterbug that they did back in the 30s, they use that song, Run Around Sue. But as I began to play guitar, I got to thinking it'd be nice to be able to play anything almost. And I went to a meeting one time, and we had a professional that had made her name up in music. And she told the people, call your musicians up. And I noticed the guitar player, he was up there just as calm as can be. He didn't care what she chose, how she sang, or anything. She said, and they had never played with her before. She said, I'm going to be in the key of such and such. And they just sit there just as calm. They wasn't worried about where the music was going to go, what kind of type it was, and they were able to play it. And I thought, that's the kind of musician. If you're going to be a musician, you want to be able to play a little bit of everything. Just don't cramp yourself with just one thing. If you're with the country people, they want to play country music, or with the bluegrass, they want to play bluegrass. Or if you're with the rock and roll and you want to play some rock and roll, or the only thing I'll probably never will gravitate to is the heavy metal, because a lot of that is just fast scales, and it don't even sound like music. I mean, you couldn't dance to it or anything hardly. You might be able to jump around a little bit, but the heavy metal and the punk music, those are probably two musics I'll never. I don't condemn other people who like it, because if that's your thing. Because I remember when I was young, I was in a category you couldn't have sold me on anything but Hendrix, and then when Led Zeppelin come along, uh, I mean, when you're young, you just want to fit in with the crowd. But now, like I said, I never thought I'd like jazz, but boy, now I do. I really like jazz. Once again, I think blues will always be my favorite, because blues lets you bleed out the blues. Everybody gets the blues. I don't care if you're rich, poor, what. Everybody gets the blues. Not everybody gets the jazz. Not everybody gets the country, but everybody gets the blues, and it makes you feel more comfortable. It's like a therapy if you can bleed that blues out of you. I'll always like blues the best, probably, but you know what? Even though I like country music a lot too, and there's some rock songs I like, some soul songs I like, and I try to play a little bit from everything except for punk music and heavy metal. But jazz, when I hear stuff like this, I realize, and I'm not a suit person. I like jeans and a shirt. I wish I could find who invented a three-piece suit and take a switch and run them out of town. I'm just not for suits, and I've wore a suit maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. I'm just not a suit person, but you never know where life's going to bring you at times. But once again, when I started hearing this smooth music like this, now I can relate to my dad. How he used to, well, he couldn't wait till Saturday night till Lawrence Welk came on. Now, don't get me wrong, I used to like Pete Fountain. I was hooked on Pete Fountain because I was a clarinet player. So, and when I played clarinet, I wanted to be just like Pete Fountain. But now I play my guitar along with some of Pete Fountain's type of music, and I enjoy it. But anyway, like I said, I never thought I'd like jazz, but when I hear nice uptown music like this with the sax and and like I said, whenever you find a group like that now, they're not going to be in jeans like I'm wearing. Oh no, they're going to be playing in the high uptown clubs, and there's going to be a guy on the outside of those clubs with a white thick coat on and a hat, and he's going to stop you, and if he has to call a few bouncers, not anybody's just going to go by him. Those places you've got to have an invitation or an appointment to get in there to actually be able to pay them money to eat their good meal and stuff. And by the way, those places, that's the kind of place you'll eat pheasant, you'll eat moose, uh, exotic dishes that you won't even eat any other place. But once again, those places, you're not going to hear no rock and roll or anything like that. You're going to hear soothing jazz that's going to relax you while you're eating and enjoying your meal. So I think I made my point. So if some of you are kind of surprised because I was seeking a jazz song every now and then, I just started liking it, and I'll play it more offline for the next year probably if I'm living that long before playing it online. And if I find some good songs that I can really play good with jazz, I'll bring more onto the channel probably. Okay, I came across a few new blues songs too today. Um, let's see here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go to some ones that I play night after night, and so yeah, I like Mr. Stefano. I like slow blues too. I do. I like slow blues. I tell you. Let me see. Here's one. Here's one called "Nobody Knows the Blues I'm In." It was put up 2 months ago. Let me see what it sounds like. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice and slow. Let me turn my air conditioner on. It's getting hot.
Crowded room, but I'm lost in thought. Smiles around, but they don't know what I've got. Music plays, people dance and they sing. None of them here's the blues that I bring. The bartender asks, how's your night been? I just know
Oh, there's one I really like here by Bond. There's a few I like to play every night, and then I can move on to okay, here's one I really like. It's called I'm Falling for You, Can't You See? I'm falling for you, can't you see?
I tried to keep the cool place. Tried my hard to find a poker face. But every glance, every breath you take
like that person said here, I really love the slow blues. I saw B.B. King. I saw B.B. King live in New Orleans at the Warehouse on Magazine Street years ago. And Mr. Brandon, I saw him, and oh boy, did I enjoy it. Somebody gave me a handwritten letter that used to work at a club to bring to him.
Lost in shadow.
When I told them that I was going to go see B.B. King, they said, "Oh, I used to work at the club that he worked at. Would you take this letter to him?" And I did.
Yearning for love. A story untold.
I usually end everything with B.B. King. I'm
Haunted
playing the
by
Thrillers
the
Go.
past. Dark inside. A prisoner of darkness. Lost in night. A heart of stone. A heart in shame. Trapped in a cycle. Yearning for redemption, a chance to live a life so deep, a faithful friend. Lost in the echoes, a distant cry, fading hope, a reason why, a desperate plea, a broken heart, aching for love, one that's class of ambition, guarantee, a haunted soul, a shattered power, yearning for redemption, a chance to live a love so deep, a faithful friend.
Since Brandon likes B.B. King, I'll play that song. I always usually do it as a tribute to B.B. King. I usually play that one song, "The Thrill Is Gone." to end everything at night. Um, have you had a desire to do something for hours, but your body just won't let you? Um, Maybe I need to quit playing for an hour or two before I even come on live. Sometimes I spend an hour or so warming up playing a bunch of songs before I even come on live because I'm starting to wear down. I'm starting to feel tired. But let me get to B.B. King. I really like this song. In fact, there was an undercover narcotic agent. Of course, he didn't know I knew that he was an undercover agent at all. And when I would be playing in my red van, he always seemed to find me. He knew right where I was. Don't get me wrong, I always left him search the van. That van I drive has been searched 9 times. When they would hear me playing my music loud, they knew it was me. And they never asked. They never have asked. I've never been asked to search my van, but I always offered them. So altogether, one night I sat down and I figured it out. The van's been searched 9 times. And this one guy, and I don't think I'm mistaken. I think he was an undercover narcotic agent. He would always come up and he'd say, would you play B.B. King? And he would actually get the video on his phone. I remember one time he got the video on his phone with BB, and I had the same app on mine on YouTube, because he knew that's where I was playing it from, YouTube. And he would just sit there and listen to it. He liked that song so much. The Thrill Is Gone. So I didn't mind playing it for him. But most police officers like that song, Tennessee Whiskey, more than any other song, it seems like. I know when I go to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, that's the song they want me to play. But this one guy, boy, his song was The Thrill Is Gone. That was my song I liked the most when I was, let's see, I think I was 21 years old around when that song come out, and I used to sit in the rocking chair and rock back and forth listening to that song. Little did I know one day I'd be playing it on a guitar. Okay, The Thrill Is Gone. Here we go. That's 11 minutes and 6 seconds. He's on stage. He's on stage with Eric Clapton and a bunch of other guitarists. I think this was like a farewell concert for B.B. King. They could tell his strength was failing him on stage. They could hear his voice didn't have the strength that it used to. Oh, this was his song. This put B.B. King on the map, this song. Uh,
If
oh, I wasn't planning on playing that. It started before I could get to it. I'm getting tired. I hate to tell y'all this, but I think I can do maybe 2 songs at the most.
Your way.
No, sometime the other night I was 5 hours at it. I don't know why, but I'm just so tired. And I didn't even cut grass today, but I'm just wore out for some reason. Just wore out. So if y'all bear with me, I think just 2 more songs. And but if you subscribe, you'll know when I'm online, and so just check me out when I get online again. And this song here has more hits on it on YouTube than any other song I found. It's almost 2 billion hits on this song. It's 1.7 tenths billion. It's almost 2 billion. Okay, let me, since it started. Oh, so wore out. I don't know why I'm so tired.
I would only be
Slept late.
your way. So but I'll think
Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Even though they can't hear me out on the street, the ordinance is at 10. So this will be the last song, but please check in with me next time I come on live, which is like every day.
And
tired. I can't explain why I'm so tired, but they wouldn't hear me. Really, because of my setup now. Because of my setup now, I could actually play all night long. Because before I came in here, I set up the volume and everything, and I went on the porch, and you could barely hear it, barely. And I went out the back door, and you can't hardly hear it at all. So I'm glad I got this set up now, so no neighbor can rightly say they hear me across the street and it's disturbing their sleep. But anyway, like I said before, I had a neighbor on this side of me. They used to play so loud, and I didn't have no problem with it, because if anybody plays loud, I use these things. I use earplugs. I carry them with me because I use them when I do weed eating, when I cut grass, or I come in contact with loud noise. I was a welder for years, and I had to use a grinder. And I noticed some of those welders, they wouldn't put earplugs in their ears, and I thought, man, you're going to ruin your hearing not using earplugs. So, but for some reason, I'm so run down and tired. I haven't ate much today, and I didn't take my iron tablet. But you're not supposed to take an iron tablet every day. It's not good for you to take it every day. But anyway, I thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Brandon, Mr. Jackson, thank you all so much. And I know you know what, I didn't, well, did I play any country music? I know some people like country music, and they ask me, why don't you play country? I do. I usually play country, but I can't explain it. I'm just so tired out right now. So tired right now. But and last night, I was, if you look at the two videos, I think they're posted by now. I think I got in about 5 or 6 hours. So let's see, I slept till about 10 o'clock today, got up. I didn't have no work to do. I could have cut just a little more grass, but I didn't. I don't know why I'm so tired out, but, and my neck's kind of hurt too, so you know what? I've got a neck stretching machine. I might have to go outside, and I know it's a contraption. I'm afraid that I do go outside to hook it up, because you got to hook it up, and I'm so afraid somebody's going to pass when I've got this mask under my head. It's got a steel boom over it, and you got two cords coming down, and you got to jack them up. It pulls your neck up, because I've got these herniated discs up here, and they said it's pressing against my spinal cord, and I think that's what's giving me headaches and making me a little extra tired and sleepy. And so I should have did all that before I even started playing tonight, and I'd have a little more energy. But I think that's what's going on right now, because I don't feel right up in here. So look, folks, I don't mean to sound like a medicine cabinet, but as you get older, y'all will see. I used to not give it no thought when I was a kid coming up, and even when you get 30 and 40, you don't give it no thought. You know, but as you get older and you start, I fell offshore many years ago when I was a young welder, and I went back to welding over 20 years later, and then I hurt my back again. But so I know what it's like to have back trouble and stuff. Some of you will go through life and you'll never herniate a disc, you'll never have back problems, and but some people just have migraine headaches. Old age affects people in different ways. About a year ago, I went and got injections in this hand, because years earlier than that, I had what's called a trigger finger, where it's like that, you cannot do that. What it does, when you close it, it locks. And if you strain, it just pops open. They call it a trigger finger. And I thought, boy, I never want my hand to go out, you know, because I play guitar. So about a year ago, I had more injections. They inject something in it, some kind of steroid, and immediately afterwards you can work your hands really good. I mean, almost like immediately. And so there is a lot of good to modern medicine, especially as you get older. But it's not till you get older that you start seeing there's a good side of medicine, you know. Uh, and when medicine's used rightly, it can be a blessing. It's a shame that people abuse it, and then it makes it harder for other people that have cancer and they're suffering pain. And but anyway, yeah, I found out in life there's some people that really need pain medicine and stuff like that. When you're young, you think, oh, people don't need to take all that stuff. You know, they need to just drink water, take vitamins, do exercise. You don't think about the days where if you make it on up in age, things start to shrink, and it's so easy to, once the back goes out, boy, that changes things in a lot of ways. If you herniate a disc, like I worked offshore. When I left junior college and got certified as a pipe welder many, many years ago, it was nothing 50 years ago to make over $1,000 a week. Now that was a lot of money because you're guaranteed 84 hours a week offshore. That's 44 hours overtime. And now Donald Trump has made it to where all your overtime hours is not even taxed. I wish it would have been that way when I worked all those overtime hours years ago. So, but anyway, yeah, once you get hurt offshore, they put your name in a computer. It's almost like having a prison record, where they'll put your name in the computer system if you ever got in trouble, and then you're stigmatized the rest of your life. You don't even want to get stopped on a traffic ticket or nothing because they call in your name. If it shows up that you have a record, then you know, they kind of make it a little harder on you sometimes. Not all of them, but some of them do. But anyway, in the workaday world, if you ever hurt your back, and this won't even apply just to offshore, it used to just mostly be offshore. But once your name is put in that database that you've had back surgery because you got hurt on the job and you had to draw workman's comp, then chances of getting another job, no insurance company, workman's comp won't insure you. They won't insure the contractors that send you offshore because they're afraid that since your back has been hurt one time, you got a weak spot. And they know offshore you got to lift stuff at times, and they're not going to insure you because they know it's just a matter of time you're going to hurt yourself worse. Well, a lot of inland jobs are like that now. That's why when you go to get a job, they actually, have you ever filed for workman's comp? And if you put down there, yes, I don't care how highly qualified you are, chances are you are not going to get that job. They'll hire somebody so much less skilled than you yourself. All your years of experience won't even come into play. If they see that you had back surgery, forget it. About the only, you know, now you can get a job doing security work and stuff, but that don't pay as much unless you're working in a casino or something, or if you're carrying a gun, or if you're working at the airport security. Now those jobs pay pretty good, but like I said, it's once your name gets put in a computer because you've had back trouble, a lot of places won't hire you because their insurance won't let them hire you. They'll tell that place, we're not going to cover this guy. That means if he gets hurt, it's all on you to pay his medical bills and stuff. We've already paid him one time. So just be careful. If you're the type of person that's on a job works with your back instead of your brain, but actually everybody's got to use both. You got to use your intellect and your skill with your hands and stuff, and you need that back strength. So just be careful if you're on a job. Try not to hurt your back. And if you, I had a friend years ago, he had a good job on the railroad. As soon as he left it know he started having back problems, oh, they'll find a reason to get rid of you then. And they did, they got rid of him. So, anyway, I think one of the reasons why I'm so tired tonight, I didn't do that thing to stretch my neck before coming in here. I sound like a medicine cabinet, I guess, but like I said, when you get older, you have to do certain stretch exercises and all that to get that pressure there's little bones going up your back, and between each one there's like a little rubber inner tube. And sometimes that little inner tube will bulge out, and it presses against your spinal column and the nerves that's going down to your hands and your legs. And like I said, coming up young, you don't think of none of that stuff. You don't even worry about stuff like that. And when you hear somebody older in age that talks about it, it goes right over your head because you think, I'll never be a victim to any of that. So anyway, by the grace of God only, I'm not complaining. I can still walk, talk, hear, see, and speak. And your health is your wealth. Remember that, not your dollar bills. You can be the wealthiest person in the world, but if you don't have the health to go along with it, forget it. And I've told this story before, and in closing out, hello, Abigail. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've told this story before. I had a cousin that was 16 years old, and I heard that he ran off a bridge on a three-wheeler. But I found out later he dove into water, and it was shallow water. I didn't know he was paralyzed from his neck on down, so I went to Louisiana to go visit him in the hospital. He had 4 other young boys that was in the room, all paralyzed with him. But they were paralyzed like from the waist on down. They could still use their hands, which meant they'll be in a wheelchair probably the rest of their life. And most of them got that away from diving in the short, shallow water. Well, my cousin, though, his was the worst. Here's what he had to do to call for a nurse. They had a straw, they had a brace like around his head, and there he was laid there. And he had a straw about 1 inch from his mouth. And if he had to call for a nurse, he had to touch that straw and blow through it. So the only part of his body that he had any feeling was like from the neck on up. That meant, and after I prayed for him there in the hospital and I left, and as I walked out that room, I went from bed to bed in that room talking to those young kids that were paralyzed. But my cousin was the worst. And as I left there, I thought, what if a roach crawls over his face and up his nose? He can't lift his hands to get it out. He can't go to the bathroom. I thought, 16 years old, he'll never go on a date. He'll never drive a car. He'll never be able to take his hand and feed himself. It's like you're a prisoner in your own body and you're just laid there and everything from here on down is dead. It feels like cold meat. I touched him and it felt like your body feels if your leg falls asleep at night and you feel the pins and needles and you touch yourself and it's cold. That's how his body felt. And I thought, everything's going to have to be done for him. You got to wear a bag around you to catch human waste. I mean, when I looked at all that, and to think there was 5 of them in that room all together, young kids, none of them was over 16. And as I left there, I thought, man, you don't have nothing to complain about. If you were the brokest hobo out on the street, if you had to live in a tent the rest of your life or live in the woods,